speaking your truth, aka being vulnerable, aka what I just put a video out on 2 days ago. So after the video, the next day, I was so completely emotionally drained. I had nothing left to give. I was so wiped, and I was like, what was that energy exchange? Normally when I put something out to you guys, I feel really good and strong and empowered and confident, and I just wasn't feeling those things. And so I need to speak my truth. I have been feeling shitty for like 3 weeks, feeling like an imposter, feeling like this mission is not meant for me, and that I am not good enough to help anybody. And I know that that's not true. And today I feel worthy, and today I feel like I love myself. But for the last few weeks, I have not been feeling that. I've been feeling like I am not beautiful. I am not good. I am not loving. I am not honest. I'm feeling all of this negativity. And I know that when I started kind of the reflections on this journey back in like November and December, that I felt so much confidence and so much self-love, and that's what I started to share with people, and that's what I started to feel really strong about, was like, if you guys could feel this good, like I have so much like love that I just want to share with you, and I want you to feel it. I don't want you to just have some of mine. I want you to feel it because it feels really good. And the last few weeks I just haven't been feeling that, and I realized that I felt it in December really strongly. And then when I started this Instagram account and this blog and this now vlog, suddenly I was like overcome with like vanity and this like need to be perfect again, and this need to be beautiful, and this need to like put things out that aren't necessarily like exactly how I'm feeling on any given day. And if you were my friend in real life that I was seeing every day, you would hear the truth. But because you're my friend behind a screen, because this is like public, I'm like, okay, how can I protect myself? And I'm putting up this barrier, and then I'm fucking telling you about the barrier and what it does to you and the damage that it does. So I realized that the next day after I put this video out there that like I'm not speaking my truth. And I realized through reflections and meditations and journaling and a couple of deep conversations with a few lucky friends in the last 24 hours, that is what was the problem in my last relationship, and potentially the problem in all of my relationships, is that I wasn't speaking my truth. So I felt that my needs were so invalid, were so unimportant, that I didn't even deserve to speak them. I was not worthy of speaking my needs and my truths. I was not worthy of living my truth. And I wasn't deserving of a healthy, loving, supportive relationship. And so when I finally started to say those things, and when I finally started to speak my truth, is when I started to respect myself. And so I realized the other day that this is kind of the part of the story that I've been leaving out for you guys. I just kind of was like, and one day I left and I lived happily ever after. And that's not the case. Like I think part of it also is that like right now I'm at about a year from when I left my ex. And so to just think about like how far I've come in the last year, and to have people say like, I just got out of a relationship and it's really empowering to see how well you're doing. And I'm like, great, I'm doing so great, everything's perfect. But like, it's not perfect. And like, that's what this account is about. Like, it's about not being perfect and being perfectly okay with not being perfect. And so to not be living that truth as I'm spewing it to you guys has been really draining on me recently. And so I've been like kind of coping in really negative ways, and like just like emotionally eating. I'm not talking about that I feel homesick. I'm not talking about, I'm not dealing with things appropriately. I'm being really impatient and getting frustrated really easily, and that's not my truth. I have moments of darkness and weakness like everybody else. But my truth is seeing beauty in me and in life and in people and in moments, and appreciating that and being grateful. And so I'm feeling a lot today. I have a lot of feelings today. I just have a lot of feelings. And I wanted to share them with you because I woke up this morning just feeling like I figured it out. Like after all of the reflecting and the talking about it, I was like, I wasn't talking about it. I wasn't exposing my gremlins to the light, my shame gremlins. And that's what it is. You have to speak your truth. And when you speak your truth, you begin to respect yourself for speaking your truth, and others respect you for being truthful and being yourself and being honest. And when you respect yourself, you start to realize that you are worthy of living your best life, and you are beautiful, and you are absolutely worthy and perfect in your imperfection. And these are words that I've been speaking but haven't been believing. And so we've had really dreary gray days here the last like 3 or 4 days. And yesterday, kind of like symbolically, as I was like coming out of the darkness, nature and the physical world was doing the same. The sunlight started to kind of like poke through the clouds, and I was walking through the like post-rain promenade along the water, and with the 3-year-old after kindergarten, and I was like, we were looking at flowers in bloom that weren't in bloom, 2 weeks ago on our walk that way. And I was like, Eduardo, the flowers need the rain because the rain is what gives them life. So, and just God, I always like have these like really great enlightening moments when I'm talking to children, because I'm like, why don't I realize that? Why can't I internalize that? And like, we need the darkness. The darkness is what helps us grow. And so like, I needed that. I needed those years in my life. Hopefully not years. I hope everybody doesn't figure it out in 15 years. But like, I needed those dark days to appreciate the light more, and to learn and to grow. And so I never saw my own beauty. I needed validation from others, and I needed to do everything as perfectly as I could, because that was my excuse. My procrastination and my need for perfection was my excuse to not show up, and to not just show my true self, and to not speak what I needed. I just wanted to like care for others and be like, maternal and giving, a caregiver. And those aren't my truths. Why was I so low on the list of who needs to be cared for? And so this year, in the last 6 months, in kind of seeing my truth and speaking my truth and beginning to respect myself and see my worth, my inherent worth, that I don't need to work for to earn. I am just inherently worthy because I'm a human, and because I deserve and am worthy of living my truth. I also need to speak my truth. And so just in the last 12 hours, 24 hours, and in speaking my truth, I feel so much better. And I've seen 2 of my like favorite Instagram people kind of do the same thing of like sharing their truth that they felt that they were like not exposing. And so I just encourage you to do the same. I hope that the vulnerability video kind of affected you in the same way, the self-love video, the way that it impacted me so strongly that I was like, I need to reflect on this for 2 days. But like, you are worthy. You don't need other people to validate you. If it helps you in the beginning, take it and run with it. Start a smile file, start a compliment folder, but just know that you are inherently worthy no matter what is going on in your life, whether you are in the darkness or not. You don't need to hustle for your own worthiness. You deserve to live your very best life. And I love you so much. And I hope that this resonates with you, because it was really hard to say, and it's been a very emotional 2 days. I love you.